So Kawasaki has launched the Versus 300, an amazing bike for 2010 standards, again in 2025. It's a 15-year-old bike. It's an old bike. It's a brand new old bike. And it's not like those brand new Harley Davidson long stroke bikes that have a cult feeling. It's a normal sports engine bike placed in a semi adventure vehicle. And the best part is, okay, you're launching a really old product. You launch it at a price where it is accessible, since anyways the R&D kharcha, everything has been taken care of. You have milked the cow is dry. You relaunch it in a place like India, even though Kawasaki thinks we are a third world country, which we aren't. But TK, you launch it at the price of 2 lakh, 2 lakh 50,000 at best. Say 50,000 rupees, 60,000 rupees more than the Experts 210. I understand, great work, Kawasaki. It will sell. But then you price it exorbitantly at 3 lakh 75,000. Why? I mean, you seriously need I'll tell you the conversation that the Pakistani defense minister, that center of gravity conversation, according to me, made more sense than Kawasaki deciding to sell their Versus 300 at 3 lakh 75,000. From an automobile enthusiast point of view, Kawasaki could launch its outdated twin cylinder bike, because a twin cylinder engine still holds some sort of exclusivity in a predominantly single cylinder engine market. So it still makes sense, but 3 lakh 76,000 ex showroom, it it just doesn't make. I mean, they had the WB 175 jet, just did not make sense. Launched it as expensive as the Royal Enfield Hunter, didn't make sense. And the KLX 220, as expensive as the KTM Enduro R, does not make sense. The Kawasaki Versus 300, which is far more expensive than the KTM Adventure 250 that will be competing with, does not make sense. I mean, look at KTM. At least they have engines and design and technology as per 2025 standards. Kawasaki will always make a reliable engine. That's what Kawasaki is. But Kawasaki should stop taking us stop thinking that India is a land of suckers and we will just buy anything that they put in. I haven't personally not seen even one WB 175. I haven't seen one KLX 220 on the road, and I guarantee you there'll be extremely few people who will go for the Versus 300. It is a said absolute flop product. It is understood it's going to be flop. You don't need market research. You don't need people in the marketing team and the R&D team to understand it's going to be a flop product. It is a guaranteed flop product by Kawasaki, and I think it's going to be like a hat trick. I mean, one flop product after the other in the Indian market. So it is extremely disappointing if you're giving us an outdated product, a product that can still work in 2025, but you don't. It's more like a compromise. Then give it at a really good attractive rate so that people actually purchase it. People can, like, okay, this will be my first college going bike, something like that. 3 lakh 76,000 ex showroom. There's nothing going for that bike, nor does it have the KTM Enduro suspension, nor does it have the Expert suspension. It just doesn't have anything. It's just flat. It's right in between. It doesn't master anything apart from it being extremely smooth. I mean, I've ridden the Versus, I don't know, 10 years ago. Extremely smooth engine, still relevant today. But at this price, I think either Kawasaki treats Indian customers as a joke, or maybe they're just not sober most of the times when they make such decisions. I don't know, but it is extremely disappointing for an international brand to release such an outdated product at such an exorbitant price. It's just my views.